What's good, y'all? So I just want to share my quick journey of going Division One. Now, my journey is very unique, and I always like to give a disclaimer because everybody's journey is going to be different, and it's important to understand your gifts, your characteristics, your strengths, and move on that. And now, I don't believe we can accomplish anything without those that come before us, without our parents, without our community, our foundation. So, first of all, I want to thank my dad, my stepmom, my mom, my entire family, because without my family, I'm not here. You know what I mean? And so, being young, I had no control over my environment. I had no control over how I was brought into this world. And so my story is, you know, oftentimes like a typical black boy story, right? I was born out of wedlock to teenage parents. Um, I was my mom's second child, her second son. I was my dad's first. My dad took full custody of me, but I was raised by my grandmother for the first 6 years of my life while my dad was in college. My dad and my stepmom got together. After they graduated, they got married. I was about 6 years old. My grandmother passed away. RIP, grandma. And we moved to Prince George's County, Maryland, in the DMV area. So that's when my life kind of switched and everything kind of changed. And that's when I really started to play ball. So I started to play football, basketball. I think I played soccer a few times. And so back in DC, or in DMV, like everybody's like goal is to get their kids to these private schools. And so my parents would put me in, Coach Wooten basketball camp, who was the coach at DeMatha High School. DeMatha High School is known for basketball, football, sports. So Joe Forte, some folks like Quinn Cook, Victor Oladipo, a lot of those guys. So the goal was to, get your kid into DeMatha, and then DeMatha opens up to all these Division One opportunities and potential pro. And so my parents put me in St. Jerome's, which is a Catholic private school. I started going to public school at first, and then my parents put me in Catholic private school, St. Jerome's, and I played basketball, football. Played football for Bowie and Kettle and Largo, Mitchellville. And then eighth grade, I was one of the smallest kids in my eighth grade class. My parents decided to, it was best for me to reclassify. Late birthday, September 1st. And so I did homeschool for a year. That year, I grew 6 to 7 inches. Then I would choose to go to St. John's, which is another Catholic high school, but it was co-ed, and it was in Washington, D.C., and it just felt like better vibes. So then I was recruited to play football and basketball, played freshman, played JV, sophomore year, broke my ankle my sophomore year. I was supposed to move up to varsity, and then I would start my junior year on varsity.